What is up, gang? I am back with another banger. Alright, today we're going to be talking about DDP versus Chimaev. Alright, and this might just be my boldest pick of the year. It's still early. There's still time to, see how the vibes are closer to the fight. And obviously, you guys will know if I change my pick in my card breakdown. But as of right now, guys, I think I'm going to be picking DDP. And this is also, in my opinion, the most hyped fight that's actually booked right now. You know what I mean? We could have had Topuria Makhachev. There's still Jones Aspinall potentially. And, I mean, we're going up against Ilya and Charles, right? This shit's all over that. And then what? Merab and O'Malley too. This shit's all over that. So, yeah, I'm super excited for this one. But before we break it down, guys, I'm going to ask with all due respect. Nah, fuck that. Not all due respect, all right? If you're seeing this, you gotta like the video, all right? Nah, I don't mean it like that, guys. Just leave a like on the video if you like it. And please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. With that being said, y'all, let's get into the breakdown. We're going to be turning on the face cam for this one. We got the hair back right now because I just got out the shower. And I think Dricus is going to pull this one off, guys. When you think about the people that Chimaev has absolutely ran over in the first round, I think they're very victimizable fighters, right? You see a guy like Kamaru Usman, who's big and jacked and durable, and he's in there and he makes it. You know what I mean? You see a guy like Gilbert Burns, which maybe now he can get victimized, but man, you know what? Burns brought it to that fight. He's never been the same since. But anyways, guys, all I'm saying is Whitaker is the type of guy to get TKO'd by DDP. You know what I mean? He can kind of get victimized a little bit. And it's not insanely surprising for Khamzat to do that. And then who else do you have? Kevin Holland, not high level. And, another guy. Kevin Holland doesn't mind losing a fight. You know what I mean? So we've seen Khamzat's best performances over guys that I don't want to say are pushovers. I mean, Holland is a pushover, but Whitaker isn't necessarily. But this is going to sound crazy, but Dricus is a different kind of man, bro. Like, I think this guy has the strength advantage. You know what I mean? I think he'd have the strength advantage over everyone in the division, probably. He's absolutely jacked. I mean, he is a physical presence in there. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be like something Khamzat hasn't seen or felt. DDP's obviously a bigger guy than Whitaker, but he's also definitely a bigger guy than Usman. You know what I mean? And Usman had moments of success on the feet, all right? Dricus will die for the W in this fight. You know what I mean? He's going to put everything into making it past round one. And I mean, that's obviously the main talking point of the fight, right? If we get past round one or round two, I think Dricus is guaranteed to win this fight. If this fight's in round 4 or round 5, I will be picking Dricus. You know what I mean? But it's really that first round and a half to 2 rounds that we all got to debate here. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think he'll die for the W. And, I mean, he definitely won't tap. You know what I mean? DDP's the type to go out. And the pace he pushes, man. Remember when we all thought DDP didn't have a gas tank? I mean, I remember the time where we were all talking about, no way this guy can fight for 5 rounds. No way he can push a pace for 5 rounds. Because he doesn't just hang in there for 5 rounds. Especially the Sean Strickland 2 fight. Man, looked amazing in that entire fight. Maybe a little labored near the end, but still pushing the pace. You know what I mean? Now, granted, that is Sean Strickland across from him. I completely understand that. But that's just the proof of concept. You know what I mean? Whereas, well, I mean, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? We got Khamzat, and Khamzat is going to be such a wrecking ball in the first minute or first round and a half. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. We know he's going to score a takedown. And that's why I don't want to be called stupid if I get this one wrong. Nah, I'm kidding. But obviously Khamzat's going to get the takedown. I just don't think he'll submit Dricus. And each round even if it's round 2, it's going to be a decrease in output. And I mean, Khamzat, like I said earlier, he needs the early finish. If this goes to 3-4-5, it's Dricus. And, you know, I think that Khamzat's gas tank being terrible is actually a bit of a myth. Alright? He won the third against Burns, which won him the fight. You know what I mean? He won the third against Usman. Well, actually, that's kind of debatable. But I mean, if you're scoring that fight for Khamzat, you'd probably go 1-3. You know what I mean? So Khamzat's gas tank being like terrible is not entirely true, in my opinion. However, from what we've seen in 3-rounders, I can't help but think it's not going to be great in 5-rounders. You know what I mean? Because Khamzat in round 3 of fights where he's prepared for 3 rounds still looks like a guy Dricus could beat by his round 3. You know what I mean? And another thing that I think we kind of got to look at here is Khamzat going to go balls to the wall in the first round for the finish? You know what I mean? Or is he gonna be tactical a little bit? Is he gonna fight like it's a 5-rounder? Are we gonna see him go out there and pace himself? Because if we do, I don't think that benefits him. I think that actually just falls into DDP's favor, you know? More time to put damage on him and more time to not get submitted. I think Khamzat needs to go out there like a fucking chicken without its head and get him out of there early. You know what I mean? Because whether he does that and gasses out or tries to pace himself for 5 rounds, I think no matter what, by the 4th and 5th round, he will be gassed out either way. And I'll say this about Khamzat winning. I think if Khamzat wins, it's going to be a very top position. I don't want to say anticlimactic, but like, walk with me. If Khamzat wins, I see us all watching from the camera that's like level with the octagon, where we're kind of like looking straight at them grapple, and it's just going to be like, oh, head and arm, oh, and Khamzat does it. Or John Anik will be like, Khamzat Chimaev. But I can kind of see it being, I don't want to say boring, because, you know, first round submission isn't boring. Dare I say like a Bo Nickel submission. That's such a foul comparison. But if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to hold him there for a while and really find it. And I can just see it being like, we're just watching them right in front of us. And it's like, okay, Chimaev's been in this spot for 1.5 minutes now. You know, there's 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, whoa, oh, he does it. You know what I mean? So I think that's how Khamzat would win. And don't get me wrong, Khamzat, it'd be cool to see like as a champion. And like, I mean, I've been thinking he would be a champion. I thought he'd be a champion in 2022. You know what I mean? But at this point, if Dricus wins, you know it's a dogfight war. And if Khamzat wins, it's just going to be one of those submissions, which is fine. But I wouldn't mind Khamzat winning for the future of the division, because I think if he can continue to just run through guys, that's a historical journey I want to watch. And I hate to put it out there, but another part of the fun with that is who's going to be the guy to beat him. Does he ever get beat? Does he retire undefeated? You know what I mean? It's not out of the realm of possibility. But what am I talking about? Because if Dricus wins, he puts on banger fights too. Hey, I'm not complaining about who wins this fight, right? I just think right now, guys, I gotta go with the defending champion, Dricus du Plessis. I am pumped for this fight, as I mentioned. And, you know, the rest of the card is probably going to be pretty lackluster. I'll say that before I'm done here. Why do I get the vibe we're getting, like, Shevchenko and Wei Li? That's your co-main, you know what I mean? And then we get, like, I don't even know. It'll probably look similar to UFC 317, you know what I mean? Where when you have, like, a big title fight like that, you need one of those big names on it. Like UFC 317, it needs one more big name, and we're just not going to get it. So prepare for this card to be pretty lackluster, and prepare to be wanting more. I bet you it'll be like a featherweight feature fight. Gene Silva versus, Lerone Murphy. Hey, actually, that's a banger, and I wouldn't complain about that. But it'd be the positioning I have an issue with. You know what I mean? Hey, let's get out of here, yo. Y'all enjoy your day or night, whatever it is. It's been Birds in the Trap MMA. Peace.